Guys, this Etsy shop has made over $5 million selling greeting cards and mugs. They are easily one of the biggest shops on Etsy. And in today's video, we're going to be conducting a review of their entire shop from top to bottom to see exactly what they do so well with their business that honestly, 99% of other Etsy shops out there just are not doing. If you like my shop review series, you're going to absolutely love this one. And if you're new here, welcome. My name's Alfie. I've personally made over $300,000 on Etsy myself over the years. And I actually do sell mugs myself, just like this shop. And I make over 5 figures per month selling this very product. So without further ado, let's get into this shop review. And so this is the shop in question, guys. I'm sure some of you have definitely seen their products on Etsy before. They are called Arrow Gift Co Limited. They're from Liverpool in England, so love to see that. Good English business doing well. 1.1 million sales on Etsy over a period of 10 years. And so if my maths do not fail me, that's over 100,000 sales per year on average. And if we go to Everbee to look at the stats here that the shop is bringing in, you can see estimated total revenue, 4.4 million English pounds, or, that's well over $5 million on the platform. Monthly revenue, 70,000 English pounds. Again, I know this is a little bit inflated because it doesn't take into account the sale that the shop has on, but still, you can tell that is some significant revenue that this shop is bringing in on a monthly basis. And it is very, very impressive. And so let's do a deep dive of the shop from top to bottom, and we'll give you some very good lessons that you can take away and apply to your own shop, because I must admit, I studied this shop a lot myself in detail, and I've taken some lessons that I've got from this shop, applied to my own business, and it really has made a positive effect. So as we so normally do with these shop reviews, guys, let's start off with looking at the amount of listings the shop has got, because I know it says 10 years on Etsy, and one thing that I really like to say myself is that don't base your level of success on how long you've been open, right? So don't base it on time, but base it on output. So 9,800 listings to me tells much more of a story compared to the 10 years that this shop has been open, right? So output always has a more significant impact on the revenue and the success of the shop rather than just how long it's been open. So you can see, nevertheless, guys, this is an incredibly large amount of listings, and they are predominantly shared between different types of greeting cards and mugs, and also some coasters on the shop as well, along with a few other miscellaneous items. And if we go right up to the top, guys, you can see they're using Etsy Plus, which again, I fully recommend. It gives you some extra colors to play around with, some sliding banners like this, just makes the shop look a lot more professional in my opinion. But the first thing I want to point out to you guys, and I am someone that bangs on about this so much, right? The branding of this shop is absolutely beautiful. Like, you'll see all of the fonts the exact same, right? All of the color palettes, even within the listings, we'll touch on that in more detail, but all of the color palettes, very bright, very airy, and it really just speaks volumes of exactly what this business is all about. It's that happy brand, that very giftable brand, it's that very kind of quirky, handwritten sort of font style. They got some nice, big, bright, bold colors here. Even the logo is yellow. If any of you haven't checked it out, watch my full branded training on how to build a proper brand. It's got loads of details about how different colors affect you, different colors affect emotion, all that sort of stuff in it. But yeah, even the choice of colors they've used in the branding, very important. And so now when we look at the actual products of the shop, right? So you can see here a lot of the greeting cards, and if we go to the mugs as well, a lot of the mugs. Guys, one thing I'm gonna say is this business model that they're running, you could do all of this via print on demand, right? And if you don't know what print on demand is, there's a million videos out there, some of which are on my channel. Feel free to go check them out. Yeah, you could do exactly what this shop has done if you're willing to put in the same amount of time and effort, just using the print on demand business model. And now one thing I talk about so much is the branding element and selling to a specific niche and kind of having your whole shop in a certain style. And I get a lot of people kind of conflicted in this, because Etsy is a marketplace and they think you can just make anything, sell to anyone, and just basically you don't need a theme in the shop. But time and time again, you will see shops just like this one that has a very clean aesthetic, a very clear branding, selling very similar sorts of products, like shop wide. And I mean, this shop has built almost 10,000 listings, basically repeating repeating a very similar pattern, right, in all of their design works. That sort of quirky, handmade, very colorful and bright, giftable sort of style. And so you can very easily sell, you know, these plain white mugs. They're all available on Printify for you to sell, make your own designs on, completely passive. Again, with the greeting cards as well, you could do all of that via print on demand. So although I actually think this business is big enough, they're probably making their own products in-house now for a much higher profit margin, you can definitely do this exact same model via print on demand. And so I'll go back to look at all of their listings here, because if you don't know, on Etsy, listings are sorted normally by either the newest ones that the shop has made or the most recent ones that the shop has sold. So you can see here, they are going heavy on the greeting cards, and a lot of them, well, I absolutely love this one, this capybara one. That's pretty awesome. But a lot of them now, very much like Valentine's, because obviously I'm filming this in the end of January. A lot of Valentine's Day products are being made now. So yeah, you can see they very much like capitalize on the seasons. And one thing that they do really well is they sell a lot of complementary products. So when I say that, I mean, look at the product types they're selling: coasters, mugs, and greeting cards. The one thing that they all have in common, they're very somewhat cheap, although not cheap in quality, but cheap in price point. And they're all very giftable products as well. And the reason this works so good is because, say I stumble across this store, I buy one of these cards for like to gift to someone for their birthday or something, right? I'm happy with the quality, happy with the service. It comes to me in good time. I like the design. If I'm happy with all of that, and I know that this shop has got literally almost 10,000 products of the same sort of vibe, my first thought is, whenever a birthday comes up, or, you know, a special occasion, or I want to buy a little gift or something, I know that this shop does everything in the same sort of style and they have a good service. So my first thought is I'm going to go back to this shop and buy more of their products. Whereas if, imagine for example, all of these cards were in totally different styles and they just sold a ton of like completely random products, right? And everything was just very random, chances are I wouldn't necessarily think of this shop straight away when I think about buying something to give as a gift, or, you know, to give as like a greeting card for an occasion again in the future. So again, that's why having a very clear niche branded shop just like this works really well for those return customers and also multiple product orders. And yeah, I bang on about it in pretty much every video. You guys know me. This is the way that I think Etsy should be. This is where I think you can capitalize and have the highest conversion rates, grow your business the fastest. I know other people out there and some other YouTubers even have like different opinions on that, but you know, that's always what's worked for me personally. I always share it in the stats of my stores, works for people I've worked with, and there's enough good examples out there. So yeah, that's just how I see it. And when we talk a lot about the complementary products and like the vibe and actually planning out what products you're going to put onto your shop, guys, I know that can be a little bit, you know, confusing sometimes, or there's just like a lot going on and you don't really know how to like plan everything out perfectly. So that's why I've recently made the Etsy shop planner for you guys. You can go away, you can download it completely for free. I've used it myself. It's just really good to plan out a proper shop like this in the right direction. Just check it out for free, link in the video description. But otherwise, guys, one thing I want to quickly do is just go back to the shop on Everbee now, and I want to look at the listings that this shop is making the most sales with. And so at the minute it's filtered by last month, but if we change this, let's go over the period of the last 12 months, over the last year. And so if we look at the products that have sold the most over the last 12 months, just changing this filter here on Everbee, you can see some of the best ones. We've got mugs, greeting cards, custom coasters, again, greeting cards, mugs. Yeah, we'll see on average, mostly, like I said, greeting cards and mugs. And by the way, guys, I want to give you a really quick little tip here that you can use using Everbee for your own shops. So I'll just filter this by most sales over the last 12 months. And then what I'll do is I'll look at the listing age and I'll see any listings that are like newer, because if they're making a ton of sales for this shop, like they are, and they're newer listing, that means that it's a very high potential listing, right? And then if you look at the growth rate as well, you can see this listing here, for example, this I used to work with absolute legends, say, we'll go into it in detail, but whatever it is, you can see this is a very highly trending listing and it's fairly new in comparison to how old the shop has been. So what I would do as a business owner, right, especially me selling mugs, I would study this listing in depth. I'd go away, I'd take some inspiration from it, and I would make 10 of my own variations of this design and of this product, and I would sell them on my own shop. And I have done this throughout the history of Etsy, and this is one of the most powerful tactics that you can do for getting inspiration of what designs and what products to sell based off of data and not based off of guesswork. And like I said, all I'll do is literally just go through the listings and I'll just keep identifying ones. So again, this one, 10 months, daily reminders coaster, right? You can see, look at the growth rate, look at the trending graph. It's made almost 1,000 sales in the last 12 months, and it's only been listed for 10 months for this shop. So again, I would study this listing in detail. Maybe, so this is a daily reminders coaster, for example. I'd maybe take similar inspiration and go put that design on a mug, perhaps. And yeah, it's just such a powerful way to get ahead in the game. And guys, by the way, you can do everything I'm showing you here, you can do yourself completely for free using Everbee. And I cannot recommend them enough. Honestly, they're such a good platform to use. And I really think that they've helped me massively in my personal Etsy journey to just take guesswork out of what I'm doing. And all of the clients I work with that use Everbee, you know, a lot of them really do like it and swear by it as well. So they do sponsor my channel. If you wanted to check them out, of course, there is a link in the video description. But yeah, they certainly get my recommendation, guys, because I think it just takes all of the guesswork out of the game and really does give you an advantage. But now, one thing I want to do is actually start to study some of the listings on this shop. So I'm going to open up two of their best sellers here, the two that we just spoke about. So we'll look at the coaster and we'll look at the mug. And so this is the mug one here. And as you can see, guys, one thing I want to point out straight away, and if you're one of my OG followers and you've watched some of my earlier videos, you'll know that I swear by this. Using mock-ups that really make the product stand out and have a blurred background. This is one of the easiest ways to make a product really clickable and really get it to stand out. And anything that really helps the product to like peel away from the background, if you know what I mean, and like just stand out as much as possible is always going to help. And again, as you go through the listing, yeah, this is what I expected. So for the shop, they are at the size, yeah, fine. They're probably doing this themselves. Or I think even this might be kind of just like a general video that you can get from like a print provider. So maybe they do this print on demand. I'm not sure if this is their own setup, or again, this could literally just be a video they've got online that's from a print provider site. But yeah, actually, you go through the listing, it's very simple. Use of the hattens always works well. One thing I found from my personal shop, always works very well if you can include human elements into mockups. And yeah, there you go. Complementary product as well. So within the listing, yeah, mug only and mug and coaster for a higher price. So this is called upselling, and it's essentially where, say, you just use a cheap product as like a mug, for example, to get somebody in, and then within the listing, you give an option and you present them another option for them to spend more with you and upsell the product to increase your average order value. And you can do this with digital products, by the way, guys. I say this all the time. Low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket digital products, use them as a sales funnel to get people like through your store and spending more and more at a time. I have it on my own shop as well, where if somebody buys 3 products, they get a bit of a higher discount on top of my original discount. There's lots of things and little tricks that you can do, you know, like psychological marketing tricks, just to get people to be spending more money with you. And actually, guys, I'm glad we've clicked on this one. So this coaster, this is very interesting. Just one image. And I'll be honest with you, this kind of goes against a lot of what I personally would advise on Etsy. I'd normally advise to have some infographics and, you know, different angles of the products. But I think this goes to show that depending on the sort of product you're selling, so I mean, this has got a 5% conversion rate and it's just one image. I think most people, when you look at a coaster, you kind of know what you're getting, right? You know what a coaster is. You don't have too many questions that need to be answered about this product. So I think for something like this, it can work quite well. I would not recommend this if you're selling a complex digital product or something like a t-shirt, for example, where somebody needs to know how it's going to fit on them. But I think, yeah, it's interesting to look at. And this is why I really like investigating shops like this, because you see different ways that people do things on Etsy. And there's definitely more than one way to have success on the platform. And so this is why I never really like to discount certain methods. I always like to try them for myself. And, you know, even for my mug shop in this year, I think this is a product I'm going to look at myself as well, adding in posters personally. So yeah, it's always good to go back to the research stage, look at businesses that are doing a little bit better than your own. And yeah, always look to keep improving and learning new things and seeing different ways of doing stuff. So yeah, I'd always recommend that. Without doubt, guys, one of the most important things about this shop that I want to talk to you about, and I feel like this is something that a lot of people really struggle with, and this is the consistency of listing approach and how the listings are presented. So this is basically, you got the hand one, one, you got one without hands, you got one with a slightly different background. This is a selection of different mock-ups. So this isn't all the same mock-up, right? This is a selection of different mock-ups with slight variations, but all for the same vibe and all with the same color palette and color tones. And when I say a branded aesthetic shop, you know, that all goes together, this is what I mean. So presenting your listings in a way where they all look like they belong to the same business. And again, that's why it's really important to study shops like this to see how it's done in detail. And it is without doubt one of the biggest things that this shop does so well that so many other shops out there just do not do. And this is one of the biggest techniques and things that I teach personally in my teachings within the community that I run, for example. You know, so much of my training is based around this, and I know it works because anyone that follows this strategy properly and does the consistent uploading and follows some of the other sales techniques which I've got within the community as well gets incredible results. You know, I've posted the results on here enough times. You guys have seen them. This stuff really works, and getting results on Etsy, just like some of the members of the community are getting, is honestly so achievable if you do things in the right way. And this is why I'm so open with sharing results from my own personal shops, for example, and clients, because it really does work and I've got so much confidence in it. So if you guys wanted to check out the Etsy Accelerator, it's my community, then there's going to be a quick form to fill out linked in the video description, because we are capping our members now. So we do need to be a little bit more thorough with who we're actually, you know, building within the community. Yeah, if you're serious about selling on Etsy, and only if you are really serious about getting results, you can fill out the form below. We'll see if we're a good fit together. Otherwise, guys, just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the shop review. And if you enjoy this type of content, take a look at this shop here, because this is another one I've done in detail and there's some very interesting lessons to be learned. Take care, guys. I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.